Welcome, friends, to today's episode of Mindful Minute. You know, in the very first minute of my first lesson with my college trumpet teacher, Mark Gerbrandt, I asked him this. I said, Mark, what do you think is the very most important thing about playing the trumpet? And before I could even finish the question, he said, sound. And then I said, well, what about, and he cut me off and he said, sound. And for 2 years straight, any question I'd ask him, he would just cut me off and say, sound. And it became a really treasured inside joke of ours. In my early 30s, I studied with a Los Angeles legend called Euan Rasey. I'm sure you've heard of him. And he used to say, Willie, there's just one thing, sound. Make them cry. So it's only fitting that today's debut episode of Mindful Minute is focused on, you guessed it, sound. So at my current level of ignorance, I believe sound is by far the most important aspect of our playing. Sound, it's our identity and our personality. It's our greatest asset. It's what makes you, well, you. And remember, sound has very little to do with our equipment because the sound is in our head. So I'll leave you with 3 thoughts about sound. Number 1, pick a sound. Have a sound. Have an idea of what you want to sound like. Number 2, you can't decide on a sound unless you listen to different players and know what's out there. So listen, know what's out there. And 3, developing a sound takes time. So be patient with yourself. Be kind to yourself. It won't happen overnight, but I promise it will happen. Well, that's it for me. I'll see you all tomorrow on the next episode of Mindful Minute.